This is the head unit episode. So I get asked a lot. People say, hey, what head unit do you recommend? I actually don't recommend a head unit anymore. I actually recommend this solution right here. So this is a Bluetooth 4.0. Let's see if we can get a focus on that. Either 4.0 or higher. There's different versions, 4.2, 5.0. And you can see that there's a RCA output that you can solder to. That's the Bluetooth antenna. And I believe this chip has a little bit of a line driver, or nice little signal. It's 5-volt powered. And then I include typically both. This is the headphone to RCA, and then headphone to headphone, depending on what your factory radio or device or head unit or whatever, however you're integrating the Bluetooth. Your head unit your phone is actually one of the best head units you can ever use. And then if you're using it wirelessly, that way you don't sit there and plug into the aux cord like you used to do 10 years ago. This is fine. This works great. I love this solution. And this Bluetooth is as good as any Pioneer or whatever else you want to offer at a fraction of the price. When you order these items in bulk, usually 10 pieces or 5 pieces at a time, you get a much better price. And then what I do is I group this together and I sell the whole thing for only 20 bucks. So it probably cost me $5 for everything. Again, I buy these, 10 or 20 at a time. This is a great little power supply that I like. It's a 12 volts input. You put it right there. It's marked in plus, in negative. And then it has dual outputs so that, this is for the Bluetooth unit, and then this can be a charger for your phone. And that's all you need. That's all you really need for signal. And that's as good or better than anything else that is on the market. If you want to get a little fancy, like some people who get fancy, I recommend getting a dedicated tablet and using that. And then what you can do is do a magnetic attach. We did that in a H2 one time. Some soccer mom fucking threw a bunch of money at me, and I didn't like her because she was still a cunt. And that's what we did for her. She liked that because you can play music, you can stream, and then you can let your kids play with it as well. And then like they would go to the zoo, and you can use the feature on there that tells you where you parked. So that way, and then you could take I think there was some interactive app that you could get at the zoo to tell you information about the animals and things like that. So that was, again, that was just a different application for that sort of thing. And again, that was fancy if she wanted a dedicated tablet to just for car audio. So, and the other thing I like about the tablet is that it doesn't have any restrictions about having to, ground the handbrake feature so that it works while you're driving. The tablet doesn't care if you're driving or not. It also can use an external hard drive, little USB 1 terabyte, whatever. Shit, they even have 2 terabytes now on a jump drive. I found them for 30 bucks on Amazon. So those are fantastic, and 2 terabytes worth of movies is fucking great. The only other options I recommend is like this one. This is just a generic. The price on Amazon finally came down. I used to only be able to get these from AliExpress, and typically I would get them for about $30 max, $40 shipped, and it would take 6 weeks, and so I'd order 3 or 4 at a time and then wait till they got here, and then I sell them for $100 with the camera. There's already a camera included with the RCA cord and the power cord, and then my local guys would install these for $350 installed, and that was still cheaper than a shop. So some people who want just a single DIN solution, again, this is what I sell them. I got this on Amazon for 16 bucks. Again, I'll put links to all this stuff in the description. Don't just stick with those links, because when the links become popular, the price will go up. So always just kind of look for a generic that you like and is compatible with your price point or whatever you're trying to do. Some of these don't have front rear subwoofer, which is fine. A lot of the amps have a bass knob that's included on them, so you don't need that. You just need stereo, which is what I do with this one. You just do stereo distribution, and then you can use Y cables to distribute to however many amps you got. Like on a subwoofer amp, that it actually has in and out, and so then you use the output to distribute to the 4-channel amp if you're going to do that. Yeah, Bluetooth, plays FLAC. Again, your phone has the ability. Again, I'm not including Apple people because you guys suck balls and you're retarded. And I don't want to hold that against you, but you're missing out on a lot of the world because you're you suck balls and you're retarded. Android is really the way to go because it's open source, and then you can run all kinds of apps that are free or super cheap without any real problems. So this even has a USB charging, which is 2 amp, which is great, and then has multiple subwoofer output with RCA, 7-color lights, all that kind of stuff. And again, this was just on Amazon for $16. I sell this for $40 locals, and then the locals do these for about I want to say 150 installed. Yeah, they do 150 installed and then 350 installed on this. So I charge them 40 and I get it for 16. So that's how that works. Even what's funny is even when the guys, I think they want to come over and visit, but even when I tell them where I get it from, they don't, I don't know, they're too lazy or they don't have credit cards or whatever. They don't order off Amazon. You guys can do this in your area. I don't want to sit there and go, I want the whole market for selling cheap head units. You guys can do this. This is something you can do. The only premium thing I would probably do, and I'll give you the link to this. Again, this is just a generic. This is the only difference on this one is that it has a built-in amplifier and a volume knob. And this is if you want to add line driver capability. And I think this one is actually the same price. I think they're about $3 on. I haven't looked on Amazon for them, but on AliExpress they're about $3. So you just got to wait for 6 weeks or whatever to come for it to come in the mail. And that's the only difference between that and this. That one just adds a little. I think they have 3x3. It's like a little 2-channel amp in there. That's 3 watts, something like that. And that's all a line driver is just a tiny little chip amplifier. So let me see. There's no benefit to optical. There's no benefit to balanced. You can even use speaker output. It's fine. You just got to watch your inputs. Make sure you don't burn stuff. I think that's about it. Yeah, have a good day, guys. Have a good weekend. Don't fucking spend your money on a stupid Pioneer or Alpine or anything dumb like that. The other problem too is when those break, they're typically out of warranty and it's a whole pain in the butt. And you're like, but I want a touch screen and blah, blah, blah. Again, if you feel fancy, just get a fucking tablet. They're only like $100. Android, not Apple. Same Apple tablet is like $400. So anyways, love you guys. Bye.